So yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, when I was making my third and final video regarding Monster Hunter Wilds' decimation of Dragon Age the Veilguard, and I was looking up the character of Gemma the Smithy from that Capcom title, I saw this now deleted Reddit post where this guy called Gustav had posted his redesign of that gorgeous blonde female character who, remember, has a very daring, bearing midriff on the right side. His version on the left makes her less attractive, looks like an ironing board, which I can't stand, by the way, in real life, and he got completely roasted in the comments, so much so that the bro had to actually remove the post. Like, what? This reminds me of J. Scott Campbell when that ridiculous artist came on in and went, "Oh, your Mary Jane Watson Parker looks too sexy. I'm going to redesign her and cover up her cleavage." And then that person got roasted by J. Scott himself. It's don't tell an artist what to do. Let art be a free expression. But when something's established already that people love, why do you think your ironing board version right here, which looks absolutely redonkulous, is any better than that? I mean, he even ruined her hair. But listen, I made my own post on Reddit last night as well, so feel free, and I'll leave a link in my video, to go on over and give this thing some more views. My spicy Gemma from Monster Hunter Wilds. And yes, she was an absolute delight. Only one objectionable comment before, which says, "Get this AI BS out of here, man." That's how people are creating stuff these days. No one's got time to sit down with a paintbrush and do stuff on your PC. Not many people can do that. So if AI can assist you, then why the hell not?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Well, who would have guessed when I woke up today and relaxed and watched a few Outer World videos, because I really want to play that game at some point when it comes down in price on Steam. But the reason why I mentioned that particular game, I'll get back to that at the end of this video. It will kind of make sense when I have to make a couple of points, but I got to show you this, folks, because this was absolutely hilarious. Guess who's blocked me on Twitter X? This fool right here. Jason Schreier. Oh, you're blocked. You can't see her posts. Well, he's a dipshit anyway, so no love lost, and I can always create another ghost account and just see what he says. But honestly, this guy is about as interesting as constipation. And at least when you're constipated, you actually know what you're going through at the time. But this guy here, yeah, I mean, again, the reason why I bring up Jason Schreier, because guess what, folks? Bloomberg UK reports that the new Dragon Age game faced a turbulent development cycle. Now, I'm just going to touch very briefly on this because I'm pretty sure you guys and girls can appreciate out there you've been overdosed with my coverage of Dragon Age the Veilguard in just the last few days. I mean, it's been fun to say the least. It's been great. People like Luke Stevens putting out weird videos where he says, well, people might attack this game because it's got the quote-unquote woke stuff in it, which it does. It absolutely does. How can you call the inclusion of trans ideology not woke? It absolutely is. That's no place for a video game.
So, I'm non-binary.
Why don't you do something with your life? Sit around here all day. You contribute nothing to society.
But this is another wishy-washy article from Schreier, because it just goes into, well, how BioWare was founded and how we had the pandemic and how Casey Hudson left. And I've talked about that already, funny enough. But again, when I've gone through this, I don't see any mention of what the real problem is. Corinne Bush and Laura Kate Dale from my video yesterday, the groomer that everybody loves to hire and to inject video games with absolute dog shit. But today, folks, It's another video on my best mate, Kim Belair. I hope you're watching, Kim. Yes, this time. I mentioned very casually yesterday that Sweet Baby have teamed up with another consultancy group, and it will be only a matter of time before we know who it is. And thanks to Master of the TDS, we know who they are. So thanks to That Part Place, Sweet Baby partners with the Powell Group to push its woke agenda. Let the games begin, ladies and gentlemen. So, YouTuber Master of the TDS, who broke this news, discovered the partnership and shared it in a video. They're not just partnering with Sweet Baby, they're going to help Sweet Baby reach a wider market and able to spread to more studios like a cancerous cancer, to more gamers, more companies, under a name that is more trusted in the industry. Well, that is until now, because we now know who they're playing with. You're playing with Powell Group and you, Sweet Baby Inc. I've got to admire their tenacity, Kim Belair and everybody else behind the scenes, because it's like, hey, we're not going down with a fight. But it's great because they're just going to put more studios out of work. I think if you're a gaming dev, if you're serious and you love your craft so much, but you hear the Powell Group and Sweet Baby are knocking on your door for consultation services, run like hell. So the Powell Group announced it partnered with Sweet Baby Stink in a post to LinkedIn about a week ago. The post states, "We believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems." Because if you're a white person coming in to solve a diverse issue, you can't be in the same room, bro. You gotta leave. Together with our partners at Sweet Baby Stink, we provide sensitivity and authenticity. Oh, how lovely. Consulting at every stage of development. We connect you to an inclusive and knowledgeable team of consultants to bring your story to life. Our approach leads with the creation and destruction of joyful and authentic experiences. We seek to be additive. What, are you likening yourself to a food label now? Not just corrective, the company adds. From there, it details that this partnership allows developers a bigger reach in the audience, tell new stories, and represent empathetically, or in this case, just pathetically. It declares, "We believe that representation is key to connecting players and audiences, appeal to a wider reach of players with more inclusive storytelling." Now, there was a post that Smash JT made during the week about this very same subject, and I posted a reply saying, well, if you want more inclusivity in games, you might as well add exclusion, because people like me just won't be interested. We'll leave ourselves at the front door, thank you very much, and take our money elsewhere, which in this case is buying legacy video games. Because one thing, when I was looking through my movie and TV collection today, all my physical media, my mama said to me, "Have you not watched any of these things yet?" And I thought, well, you know what, not just yet. I've got plenty of time to do that, since I'm more of a homebody at the moment, against my own wishes and desires. But yes, I have bought them for that very reason. But then it made me think, well, I don't really need to buy many more films and TV shows. I've got what I need, but something I do want to get a bit more of are old video games, the legacy titles. And I've been doing it recently. The most recent one I've acquired, funny enough, is this beauty right here. Brand new, £5 from Amazon. Can you believe that? And I love Tom Clancy, so you got, and like Tom Clancy, you know, you've got to admire that guy, because he opened up Red Storm Studios in the mid-90s. I think it was about 1994, 95, and he knew the excitement, the buzz that video game adaptations of his books like Splinter Cell could actually bring to a brand new audience. Unlike Andrei Sapkowski from The Witcher, who didn't get that when The Witcher series took off well on video, and then he wanted to sue CD Projekt Red because they left him out of any kind of royalties, which he should have signed up for in the very first place. It wasn't like CDPR were going behind his backs and making these games without his permission. So I would say to you folks, if you're interested in collecting physical media and still maybe use Steam for certain things until you can get a physical copy or something, that's what I'm going to do for the foreseeable future. But back to this article, ladies and gents. So, according to what the Powell Group are talking about, they tackle narrative and character in any form. Oh, so they're talking about the transgender stuff. So that's going to be very interesting because Sweet Baby Inc., they like to virtue signal about trans rights, but they don't believe in any of that, do they? They like to tell the employees, make sure you put he, him, and they, there, and she, her, all that bullshit in your bios. So they don't believe in that at all. It's just to keep themselves in line with public opinion, right? Keeping emotional resonance and authenticity, or in my case, authenticity, at the heart or fart of our work. The company continues. I mean, they've got a long-winded statement here, winded being the appropriate word. We seek to spark joy in marginalized players. Are you absolutely joking here? Elevate real human experiences and foster empathy within your game. So already when I read this ridiculous mission statement, I don't want to buy your video game, Powell Group or Sweet Baby Inc. Stay away from us. We're not interested in your product. Take it elsewhere. These are snake oil men and women in disguise. That's who they are. That is such a ridiculous statement, isn't it? Goodness me. Yeah, now have a look at this. So if you actually go to the official website for the Powell Group, that's what it is. Together with our partners at Sweet Baby Tink, we provide sensitivity and authenticity consulting at every stage of development, which means this is a tiered product, right? So for each stage, you've got to pay a certain amount of money. And then when you reach the final conclusion, which is the production of your video game, it's going to be the final sum of money that you deliver to the table. That's what it is. We connect you to an exclusive or inclusive and knowledgeable team of consultants. How knowledgeable are these people, I wonder? Get in touch. And you've got these childlike play bricks on the right side. It's just a little bit of disturbing imagery, isn't it? I think. I just don't like that at all. And look, there was another article here from The Gamer. We do like these people, by Rhiannon Bevan, an interview. And it's so funny, isn't it, that this dropped 22 hours ago, and then we got that news about who Sweet Baby you've partnered up with. So, interview with all eyes on Sweet Baby Inc. The devs are just getting on with their jobs. Grant Roberts has been in the gaming industry for 25 years and believe it's now in a worse state than it's ever been. With a seemingly endless stream of mass layoffs and studio closures, it's hard to disagree, because what Roberts doesn't realize or just feigns ignorance is that a lot of this is just down to not just people like Microsoft laying off people after the merger with Bethesda and ZeniMax. It's also to do with consulting groups such as Sweet Baby Inc., who even tried to extort allegedly £7 million or dollars or yen from the Chinese folks at Game Science for Black Myth Wukong, who turned to them and say, "See you later, bitches." And look how successful that game became without their help at all. But job stability isn't the only force, or in this case, farce at play. Grant Roberts recently spent 1.5 years working as a narrative director for Sweet Baby Stink. And like all consultancy studios, largely went under the radar until, oh no, Cabrutus Rambo broke that all free at the beginning of this year with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Thanks. A targeted hate campaign against the company, which led to harassment. No, it didn't actually. It has led to people not buying the games. That's what it is. I don't know how you can equal harassment and refusing to buy a product with the same narrative. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. So it wasn't targeted. In fact, it was the other way around, as you intelligent viewers know already. So it's just a ridiculous article. It's all about discourse. Grant says one of the most frustrating parts about the events over the last year and a half is that it's the incredible level of misunderstanding. He sounds like somebody who's gone to I'm trying to think of this. Is it Bohemian Grove? That's the place I'm thinking of in America, where that secluded retreat where you sit there and you sing Kumbaya for 3 days and 3 nights and you get systematically brainwashed. I think he went to a place like that, didn't he? And all of these things about how it's just a toxic environment. And look, you know what? The Gamer, can you just come here for a second, please? Yep, just hold it right there. Yes, that's it. There is no such thing as toxic gamers in the way that we think of them, where people, apparently toxic gamers go after certain developers, issue death threats. They don't do any of that. In fact, these days, because social media has been so acclimatized to predictable reactions, we always fight back with kindness. Kill them with kindness, which is what I like to say, and the odd burp or two. Oh, man. Right on cue. I just couldn't ask for anything better. But just to take you back to 2016, and this is like a regret I have in life now as well, folks, because again, I was saying it to my mother today, all the years I spent wasted working as a government civil servant when I could have been doing YouTube and maybe have experienced something like this. So this Australian YouTuber is a guy called Camelworks. He's a good friend of Mr. Matty Plays. And this is great because this is how, look, I'll play this clip for you quickly, then I'll just give you a brief explanation afterwards.
That's actually unbelievable. The porn VR is the longest line left in the E3.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to mention this. So E3 2016, they actually had a PAWN virtual reality simulator. It was by Naughty America. I know who they are, funny enough. And apparently the biggest line, the biggest queue in that event was for that virtual reality event. I can't imagine why. Can you all?
Oh man, classic, real classic.
Our last chance to get food just closed.
So Ultra Breach is probably the shortest person in our group, and someone photoshopped a group photo. We'd like to highlight that we love Al no matter what. Height doesn't matter.
So here's our group, and there's Al. Dude, Al, we love you, but that's fucking hilarious.
Cold. That's cold. Honestly.
And that's Mr. Matty Plays, but there's another reason why I want to show you that again. I love this.
Doesn't matter.
So here's our group, and
the fact that somebody took a Photoshop of this guy here, who's a member of the entourage, and then shrunk him down. I like all this bravolity. I don't know if that's such a word. Bravolity, bravo, bravado. That's probably what I'm thinking of. But when you progress further into this video, this is just what I like. This is how men are actually positivity toxic.
The only one I had.
I'm gonna put that under you.
I was just pinch my fucking dick. You gotta come in. Oh. Put him sideways. Yep. The bag.
What time is it? Time to get a watch. Oh.
10 minutes.
They don't know what's going on in here now. Oh, Connor.
Freeze on my neck.
Imagine getting trapped in there.
Oh,
now
God,
we're gonna get
this is it. This is what you used to do back in the day. You just have to have childish jibes of each other, bring out the PG lurid sex jokes. It was just hilarious. And I miss those days now. You can't actually do anything like that. Now, remember at the beginning of this video, folks, I mentioned the Outer Worlds by Obsidian Studios and Private Division. So a video that I saw yesterday as well by Andy Pants Gaming, where he talked about how video games aren't safe these days, or they are safe, I should say, because Dragon Age the Veilguard, it's all about let's skip through the forest like a bunch of fairies, all transgender, and it's all happy-go-lucky. There are no stakes. you can insult a character, but the dialogue choice you're given in the tree doesn't make any sense to what you're calling somebody. So if you call somebody, if you want to call them a fool, the actual dialogue line is, "Are you kidding?" That is literally it. But in the Outer World, which just blew my mind, by the way, and again, this is thanks to Mr. Matty's playlist on that particular title. I really want to play. If you play in Supernova mode, which is the hardest mode, like if you get killed, you got to start all over again. Your AI companion will just die straight away. But you can go around Edgewater and kill everybody in the game, even your beloved companion Parvati, if you want to. The fact that Obsidian allows that as a design choice, but obviously they wouldn't encourage it, but you've got it there if you want to. If you want to be really dark and authoritative and just have a different game experience, I think that's just a fantastic choice. My gamble at BioWare, who's working on the new Mass Effect game, when he brought out the deflecting comment a few days ago upon the release of Dragon Age The Veiled Guard and said, well, listen, our game, Mass Effect, is going to be dark, brooding. It's not going to change, except we don't know what ideology they're still going to insert into that game. Or are they going to find a very clever way to circumvent that and still shove it in without upsetting its massive core base, its fan player base? So we'll have to wait and see, won't we, folks? But if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you leave a like below. Smash that like and subscribe button, which you've been doing a lot recently, and I do truly appreciate that. And if I were you, and if you were me, and if you were her, you may wish to return for the next video. I'm fading away.
It took a while for me to figure out why the face staring back from the mirror felt wrong. But once I was able to be honest with myself, it was a relief to figure out I was trans. And it's worth it to look in the mirror today and see the woman I am staring back.